Welcome to LyveTalks, a podcast by Lyve, a tech and logistics company headquartered in Abu Dhabi. On LyveTalks, we tackle fintech, logistics, business, and best practices in the workplace. I'm Karim Bakhash, the VP of Strategy at Lyve Global, and I will be your host. Welcome to a new episode of LyveTalks. Today, I'm honored to have a co-host with me, Nader Msaitef, our Chief Investment Officer at Lyve. And we're having a special guest today, the CEO and co-founder of Ghibli, because we will be discussing strategic investments. And this is one of the first strategic investment that Lyve is doing with Ghibli. So welcome, Raman.
Thank you.
If you want to give a brief introduction of yourself.
Yes, as you said, I'm Raman Pathak, co-founder and CEO at Ghibli. So I've been here in UAE since 2012, and 2016 we started building Ghibli. So, that goes back with Ram and I met together, started building technology, operational capabilities, and we saw a huge opportunity and the challenge, right? So the challenges provides an opportunity, and we saw last mile is something that needs to be solved with the blend of technology, and then again goes with the operations. So we serviced all across the industries, whether it is the e-com, Q-commerce, or the food, pharma, groceries, and have enabled, I would say, major brands, all blue chip clients across UAE, and help them to deliver. And here we are.
Great.
Yeah.
Raman, it's good to have you on board. Clearly, we're very excited for the deal.
Same here.
You and I have been working together for a few months now,
Yes.
working on making this happen.
Yeah.
Always, as you know, M&A is not easy, right? Transactions take a lot of work, effort, emotional investment to ensure it comes. And of course, you have to make sure that this is the right partner. Tell us about that experience. I mean, you started a business, you raised money, you have investors already, and they're great investors and they trust you, and we like that about the business. But then we came along with a strategic investor buying a big chunk of the business, investing in it, investing in the team. So, how does that look like for a founder like you throughout that journey?
So you're talking about the strategic investments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been for me and for Ram also, right? From day one. And as an entrepreneur and a founder, I would value a strategic investment over just a fund infusion coming into the company. And that's the reason behind we got our initial investors on board, because they were strategic to us, right? And when you're doing the strategic investments, both the investor and investee would drive the synergies, values out of it, and see how does it chart out in the longer run. Plus, it also provides an opportunity for both the entities or the companies to become sort of a market leader and drive the forces along with the competition, create a cost leadership in the market, right? And all that happens. But it's a prudent way to, I would say, to enhance stakeholders' value and improve, the very essence of the businesses for both the entities, correct? And the kind of knowledge transfer happens from each of the sides. I would say, you will have certain peoples on the other side, and you will have certain people. So let's talk about Ghibli, right? You've been there, having experience in the side of the investment. Karim comes with the strategy. We come with the operations, the tech, or, so all those combined together creates an opportunity for us to deliver more and solve challenges and the problems at a faster pace, and then scale it up, right? And this is what all it is about. True.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's exactly how we see it.
Yeah.
Us coming together, having that combination of your strategic, operational experience, right, on the ground, building the business from the ground up, while we bring a different set of capabilities,
Right.
expertise, skill sets.
Right.
In addition, of course, to the funding to help you continue to do what you do.
Right.
So, we're looking forward to that.
Right. Great. Thank you. Same here.
How do you think the story looks like from here, right, for the
Yeah.
future together?
So we at Ghibli, right, see this partnership to be mutually beneficial with the synergies, and the expertise would help each other to become market leader in both the tech side of the last mile, wherein you guys are focusing more and more, and the product is becoming more mature. And with Ghibli's operating on the ground and trying to expand in the region with as we are currently operational in Bahrain and soon going to be in Qatar, that provides us an opportunity, and again the operational aspects of it, and then we grow together, right? And we are aiming for this partnership to be to increase our market size, market share, I would say, and across GCC, not only the UAE, and then work on the technology together, work on the operational aspects of it, and deliver cost-effective solutions to the customers. That's how I see it. And if you look at, there's a huge gap in the market, right, for a structured player like us or you coming together, putting solutions right across to the bigger brands. They always struggle to get a good last mile partner. So the success for all these brands would always be dependent on the kind of delivery partner they choose. And I always say in my all conversations with the investors, with the team internally, iPhone is iPhone from wherever you buy, but how it is delivered makes a difference, right? So that's where we are. So where is the competitive edge? How soon you can deliver, how fast you can deliver, and the kind of experience you provide to the end consumer along with the brand. So Ghibli as a brand needs to talk or needs to inculcate and deliver the same brand value which a bigger brand has, right? And we need to communicate the same. So with this partnership, I look forward to all of that, right? And again, it provides you an opportunity to become a more, I would say, people would start trusting you more, right? You're becoming a bigger and a mature brand. Plus, you get a credibility generated, right? So Ghibli has been operating as a standalone brand. Lyve has been operating, and then when we come together, it creates another level of credibility for the clients to accept us as the serious player in the market, right?
And I think there's a good point there, Kareem. And as we work strategy and discuss strategy, there's a fine line between supporting your investments, supporting your subsidiaries, but then versus weighing them down, slowing them down with certain processes, and that's something we're always talking about. So this is going to be very relevant for us here.
Of course. Yeah, of course. When we look at all the components that we have in the portfolio, it's important to align all the different ones, making sure we're all in the right direction and not slowing each other.
Right.
That's something that's very important. We were talking about the market, which is a very important point about the current market situation. Things have changed recently. Some players are out, some players are in. Big players are coming in sometimes in e-commerce. So how do you think things are evolving, especially for Ghibli?
Okay, great. So very good point. And recently, during our rebranding process, I would say, so Ghibli has reimagined the way last mile deliveries are done. And if you look at the overall industry, how it is growing, so we as a last mile delivery are very much dependent on the e-commerce or the Q-commerce growth, right? And which we all are witnessing every day. So we came up with the thought process is that it's no more last mile, it's a fast mile. So Ghibli calls itself as a fast mile logistics company, wherein the technology and the speed and the customer experience gets combined, and that's get delivered to the client, right? So that's where you create that competitive edge, wherein you say, okay, gone are the days wherein you can wait for a product for 3 days, 4 days, 2 days, or even a day today, right? The moment you order, you start looking at your screen, when is it arriving? And thanks to the technology, wherein you're able to track each and every step of the process, right? So, and brands like us or the others are, happy to provide you with that visibility. So the end consumer having that visibility also creates a challenge for you to deliver more, and hence that's what the trend in the market is, and you need to be aligned with that. So Ghibli has reimagined it, and we are working on how do we ensure that we get into same day delivery. We are doing it with the so I would say 90% of the deliveries which we do are delivered in same day, and rest of the 10% would also be considered. And then how we will look at it, how do we achieve 4 to 6 hours delivery across UAE. Dubai it is possible, and we are still doing it. So I think those are the challenges which needs to be solved, and we'll be looking forward to it.
It's a big push to go from last mile to fast mile, I can tell you.
Right.
Obviously, the market has changed dramatically in the last 2 years in that sense, when you see a lot of people the expectations of clients has changed. And we even heard some clients, they want to do similar to on-demand delivery.
Yeah, correct.
They want their also not e-commerce, but retail being delivered on the spot. Is that something also we're stretching, or you think, between Lyve and...
Correct. So with the technology and the operational capabilities put together, so fast mile, when we are saying fast mile, it has got certain components to it, right? And soon we will be, sort of having a conversation around it, and you will see a lot of things coming up. So one of the major step in that is the micro warehousing, right? Wherein you enable the current retailers to have their micro fulfillment centers or the micro warehousing, wherein your existing fleet becomes available on demand and then we deliver, right? So there are nitty-gritties, and there are, I would say, 6 to 7 major components of fast mile logistics. As we have a limited time, I would not be able to discuss all of them, but it's very much available on our website. We've worked on it, and I would be, happy if people have a look at it, and that's how it will be further driven.
So Raman, clearly now we're partners, but and be good to highlight to listeners and viewers in terms of what support do you look for besides the financials, Tawan? What do you look for in terms of someone coming in and helping? Where do you think the most top, let's say, 3 or 4 elements can be in terms of someone like us supporting you?
Yeah, sure, Nadir. So yes, one, of course, finance is being one of the major support, wherein it provides you the fuel for the growth, right? And you make certain investments, whether in capex or opex, and then you further grow. But as you rightly said, when it's all about M&A, you further look for the synergies, you further look for the I would say the intangible benefits or the non-financial support, right? So what we look at is that, Lyve has been operating in the other markets as well. So of course the knowledge base which Lyve has, that would help. The network, of course, with the, again, it is not we're not stopping here. We're looking forward to grow globally with you and with Ghibli as a brand. So on top of it, the kind of different products you guys are building, right? Whether it's in fintech, whether it's a payment gateways, whether it's enabling small time merchants, right? And helping them to get digitized, right? And then combine it with the last mile deliveries. So those are the intangible benefits, I would say, and the synergy wherein, we sort of integrate ourselves and then start growing. That end, so at the end, is sort of becomes a platform wherein all these key components are there, and then Ghibli grows, right? On top of it, I would say that when you have an internal team that does your market intel, right? So you do it your own, but it is always to have a second pair of eyes and and the other hands working on it and the other set of minds. So I think which you guys also do, right? So now going forward, I see we both would be able to share the market insights, the industry insights, right? And then it will help us to navigate the scalability at which we want to operate. I would say with the other domains of the business, we'll get support for sure. But limited, but not, I would say including but not limited to the marketing side of it, the sales side of it, or the, and of course the finance. So this is how I would put it.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
He kind of forgot me, by the way, in the long going. How about strategy? But that's okay. I mean, it goes by without saying that. As a.
So I said in a platform to grow, right?
But as a strategic partner, of course, we will also work along with Nader to kind of help you take sometimes the right strategic. If you have any strategic questions, any decisions to make,
Right.
We're also here as a partner.
Which I'm
working
already
together to
carrying
grow.
in my other folder.
Of course.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And I think, look, we know where we stand, right? Even as Lyve.
Yeah.
We know we're still growing and learning and developing on an ongoing basis. So this is also about us and how do we benefit from these investments.
It's true.
Right? It's not just about one way beneficiary.
Yeah.
I think it's a two-way relationship. You guys have done some very interesting things. You've cracked the code on several parts of the business model, and then we want to leverage that and use it and help you grow that. So I think it becomes a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Where we do this, two-way exchange rather than just
two-way
saying,
integration.
we're not coming and saying, hey, we're bigger, we're this or that. We're actually making sure that we become proper partners. We're in this together and making sure we continue to exchange and help each other grow.
True.
So looking, at general strategic investment, when you talk with other companies, that are in the same process of, at their stage of growth, they're thinking, okay, now what do? I need to grow more. I have different options. I can go and raise another round of funding. I can approach banks. I can approach partnerships. I can merge. I can get acquired. Take us through a bit the thinking process that you went through, right, during this last few months or 6 months.
Right. So that's true. The companies at this stage of growth will always look for the capital infusion, right? And that's the fuel which is needed further. Startups are always, we pilot certain things, we build certain things, we scrap certain things, we master certain things, right? And talking about the strategic player, getting help from the strategic partners or the strategic companies which are into the similar domain or trying to get into the similar domain. So how I see it is that when you partner with such entities, with the age of companies like at a growth stage, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you have a limited knowledge base which you can utilize for yourself and to grow in terms of, if you talk about how do you put your HR processes in place, right? How do you ensure that you recruit right people? The talent is something which everybody scouts for, right? So it's not only about hiring, how do you retain them further? And then how do you make it as a happy workplace, right? So those are the certain elements of it. And plus the growth opportunities which a strategic investment can provide you. You can leverage their network. You can leverage their expansion. You can sort of a piggy bank on them. So it might be a case wherein today you are just the operator in one country or in one city, I would say, or a country, right? And the strategic player who's joining hands with you, they are present in another 3-4 countries. So that provides an opportunity, and you get extra bandwidth on that to further leverage on them and keep on executing things what you need to execute. So also,
so when do you say is it when someone's considering, start with angel investors, VC, growth funds, when do you think someone is ready or is there even a stage or a moment or a readiness level where someone can start looking at bringing in a strategic investor? Or do you think it can happen at any time?
So I would say it will be more relevant when you're at a growth stage. I think when you're at a seed stage or you're ideating certain things or in a sort of an incubation stage, I would say, right? Or even you are just got some traction over it, right? So then it won't. I don't think it would make sense. But yes, when you're at a growth stage, when you also have a size, and how a strategic player would come in and sort of join hands with you, because it's not only about that what you guys are getting out of it or what we get out of this. We also need to consider that strategic player is looking at and what value they derive while joining hands with such growth stage companies, right? one important aspect would be to this is that when a strategic investor is coming on board and you are there, or all those, we're talking in general, right? So if a company is trying to build a product, they build a product, tested with certain customers, got the traction, building the revenue. But it really becomes a challenge when you go to a global client. So you do not have that credibility on I would say those credentials on the company's CV to get you in or to get you the business, right? So hence that helps. So okay, somebody has come in who's has certain value to it, and then you join hands. That becomes a sort of a perfect marriage, and you become big immediately, and that's how you portray, and then it helps. Yeah.
Great. No, look, Raman, clearly we're excited about this. This is one of the very early investments we set out to do, and me and Kareem talked about this in the first episode of these podcasts. So it's good to be back. It's good to have a great partner
Thank you,
like you and the team. We're looking forward to that. And Kareem, I'm thanking you for having us today, and I'm sure we're going to be back talking about more deals.
Yeah, I look forward to having you back as a co-host. That was fun.
Done. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Raman, for
Thank you very
for
much,
coming here. It was very insightful. We're more than happy to announce more of those in the future. I just want to thank all our viewers for tuning in for another episode of LyveTalks. If you have any comments or feedback, you can go on our website, liveglobal.com, or leave any comments on our social media platforms. Stay tuned for another episode of LyveTalks.